Hi guys, Lewis here, and this will be a quick overview video of MailChimp, which, as I'm sure you know, is a very popular email marketing tool. And this is particularly known for its forever free plan, but I think it does have a lot more to offer. So let's briefly cover what that is. Starting with the system or the segmentation system, MailChimp is still heavily list-based, which means subscribers are counted multiple times unless you use the group and segmentation options. And they do work, but overall, they just feel like a bad attempt at replicating a tag-based system. Personally, I didn't like it, I didn't get on with it, and I think MailChimp are trying to dodge the bigger issue by hanging on to what is quite clearly an outdated subscriber management system. So you can kind of get by with this, but I did run into some limitations that I would definitely attribute to it being a very list-focused platform. So let me go into the dashboard here and talk about automations. Arguably, this is the most important aspect of any email marketing tool today, and this is unfortunately where MailChimp disappoints the most. Starting off, we get these workflow recipes. You don't have to use them. You can start from a blank canvas. But these basically are pre-built automation workflows. And honestly, I found them pretty basic and nothing you couldn't replicate yourself in a short space of time. But that's not the worst of it. Where I really struggled is with the automations builder. So if I open up my automations here and I go into the welcome message, really it's a lot more rudimentary than I was expecting, especially from a company of this size and reputation. And the biggest issue has to be the fact that you can only build linear automations. So every time I add one, it just goes down in a straight line here. And I've spoken about this before, but it severely limits what you can do when you're building these automations. It's really difficult to get really granular with this. And overall, if you're looking to build anything remotely complex in terms of marketing automations, MailChimp isn't for you. Okay, let's talk about A/B testing. So if I come out of this here, how do I escape? Okay, so this is the A/B testing environment. Not only does it give you a bunch of options to play with, including things like subject lines and send time and email content, but it manages to do so without ever feeling complicated or overwhelming. And really, the only downside is that it currently only works with broadcast emails. But if they do manage to bring this over to automations, then I think they'll be on to an absolute winner because it's really, really good. Overall, it's easily one of the better A/B testing environments that I've seen of any email marketing tool that I've looked at. Okay, form building. Let's escape out of here again. As for building forms, I found MailChimp to be very average here. You can choose between different types of forms, as you can see, hosted, inline, and pop-ups, which is great. But it's not the best form builder that I've ever used. So I'm going to click into this here, general forms. These are hosted. It gives you everything you need here to build a clean and basic form, even if the customizer feels a bit old school at times. Not to mention the inconsistent design options across these different form types. But overall, really nothing to write home about here. It does handle the basics really well. But if you're using a page builder like Lead Pages or Thrive Content Builder, then this likely won't be relevant to you anyway. It's just something to keep in mind. So MailChimp's email template library is probably the best that I've seen, and in my opinion it offers the most consistent selection of well-designed and professional-looking templates across a wide range of industries. And I really like the option of being able to choose a more bare-bones layout. So if you click this tab here, you can start from nearly a blank canvas. It gives you some layouts here to choose from instead of going for a full-blown template or what they call a theme. Now, I did experience a few minor hiccups with the template editor, like changes occasionally not updating right away. But overall, I was really impressed with this. So in terms of email templates, you really can't go wrong with MailChimp. All right, integrations, and I've got a tab open here. MailChimp's been around for a very long time, and as expected, it is heavily supported by third-party services and applications, and it integrates with around 700 different apps and services. So if integration is an important factor for you, you definitely have nothing to worry about with MailChimp, because if it doesn't integrate with MailChimp, then it's likely that no other email marketing service will. And it also has Zapier integration as well, which is a nice bonus. Like most tools these days, you'll find yourself digging through the knowledge base before you get any real support options. So, you have to click on one of these categories before you get these options up here, chat with us and email us. But the good news is the support options are there, and they're also very, very good. The live chat in particular is really well managed. I got through to someone pretty much immediately, and they were able to answer all of my questions without any trouble. There's also one or two active Facebook communities that are definitely worth joining, which I always encourage. I think they're great. And overall, I can't really fault MailChimp's support, and you shouldn't have any problems in terms of getting the support you need should you need it. All right, finally, let's talk about price, everyone's favorite topic. MailChimp starts at $10 for up to 500 subscribers, which is a fair price, and that does remain true as you scale up. Comparatively, MailChimp is one of the cheapest options, and that's without accounting for the very generous free plan that they offer, which allows up to 2,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails per month before you have to pay a single penny. And as of recently, you now get access to the automations on the free plan, which is quite a big deal for MailChimp users. I'm sure MailChimp users are very aware of that change. Though, as I said before, don't expect much from the automations. They're very, very basic. Overall, I'd say MailChimp is in the low to mid range in terms of pricing. And I do think it's good value, assuming the limitations that I've pointed out aren't going to affect you specifically. So that's my overview of MailChimp, and I dive a lot more into this in my written review, which I highly recommend you check out. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.